Can we mute the
We haven't
RuneScape
missed
music?
anything.
Mute the RuneScape music.
Oh, here it is. Now it's starting.
Press 1 if you want the RuneScape music muted. Press 0 if you like it.
3.
Shit, I really need a different thing for draft phase.
1 3.
Alright. Alright, here we are. Moons of Mene versus Turbo Timmy's Tiebreaker. So, Moons of Mene, we have Elegi, Wegsy, Lumpia, Pepino, Pigigig,
Less than 3.
Ilstaria. And on Turbo Timmy's, we have Mysterios, Turbo Timmy's Zendi, Vitalize, Alcatraz, and Typical. So, on the side of Moons of Mene, we've got a Pudge and Invoker ban. On Turbo Timmy's, we have a Ember and an Earth Spirit. Not too familiar with the players here, so might need a little help figuring out who all this is targeted at and what's happening in the draft here. Stranded, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So I think the Ember and ES bans are very typical for Moon of Mene's mid. I think they play those two heroes quite proficiently, so it looks like it's kind of targeted bans from Turbo Timmy's side. I would assume Moons of Mene is doing the same thing, but I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm aware of most of these players, but then yeah, haven't played too many games with them.
Alright, a Chen ban. And a Magnus and Lena as well.
So I would assume someone on Turbo Timmy's plays Invoker.
Yeah.
Invoker, Mag, and Pudge. Not many times you use a ban for a Pudge. Unless you just really don't want to play against it.
Yeah. Nature's Prophet though, let through. First pick.
That's a good hero.
At Vitalize Dota GL. Zendi plays all of those bans.
Apparently Zendi plays all of these bans on the side of Moons of Mene. One must be their star player.
Yeah, definitely be interesting to see where each draft is taking them.
Yeah.
You know, I guess we'll find out in the next couple picks.
Yeah, so now Spirit Breaker on Moons of Mene, pretty standard stuff.
Yeah. Quite good.
Yeah. Roomstroke ban. Now ticking to the reserve time for Turbo Timmy's for their 5th ban here before Moons of Mene gets a pick. What do you think is a good ban here, Stranded?
Yeah, well, they picked Mars. I was gonna say it's a bit hard. It depends on each team, right? Sometimes you ban out the other team because you want to favor your own heroes and stop the other team from getting it, or if it's quite a decent game and you believe that both sides are good, you kind of ban out meta heroes. So it just looks like they're just banning out each other's heroes at this point. So yeah, so Mars banned, Nyx banned. I did see a Nyx being played from Moons of Mene last night against Dre's team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean pretty standard. They also played ES, so it just makes sense to ban those two heroes.
Was it a Nyx mid last time? I seem to remember a Nyx mid.
No, I think it was 4. I think it was Wegsy or Nyx.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But I do remember I've seen Wegsy play Pugna,
Yeah.
and she's quite good at it. So I'm not too sure if it's a Wegsy Pugna, but I have seen it before.
Pugna high int hero, and they actually banned Nyx on the
Ilstaria
side of
Nyx.
Moons of Mene. So maybe banning the Nyx, picking the Pugna.
Ilstaria Nyx.
Oh, Ilstaria Nyx,
Vix
apparently.
plays pos 3 for
Oh, okay,
mom.
there you go. You'll start your Nyx.
And apparently Wegsy plays POS 3.
Oh, there you go.
Tusk pick on Turbo Timmy's. Nice, fun hero. Good for ganking.
I was there.
G-Funk 2 was there 2,000 years ago. So one more pick from Turbo Timmy's before...
If Moons of Mene has million number of fans, I am one of them. Person
How do you feel about
underscore
this new
raising
banning
underscore
system?
hand underscore tone 1.
There's so many
If
bans
Moons
at
of
the
Mene
start.
has 10 fans, I am one of them.
I don't know,
If
man.
Moons of Mene
It is
has
what it
only one
is.
fan, and that is me.
Can I say?
Person underscore raising underscore hand underscore tone 2 colon person underscore raising underscore hand underscore.
Alright guys, stop fucking
If Turbo
spamming the
Timmy's
text
has
to
a million fans,
speech or I'll
then
have
I
to
am
turn it
one of them.
off.
If Turbo Timmy's has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If Turbo Timmy's has only one fan, then that is me. If Turbo Timmy's has no fans, then that means I am no longer on Earth. If the world is against Turbo Timmy's, then I am against the world.
Alright, Centaur now. So I imagine, what is this? This is probably a support prophet. Support Tusk, POS 3 Centaur. Could be a flex Natures, could be a flex Tusk, but I feeling it's probably support. And same for Moons of Mene. They're probably Tiebreaker Pugna are most likely the supports. So with Centaur picked, are we gonna see any kind of lane dominating carries like the Slark or some Monkey King against those tanky melee heroes? Be interesting to see what. Okay, a Jakiro, that's a decent lane support. So I guess that's a POS 3 Spirit Breaker. And now perhaps they will pick something to combo with the Jakiro in lane. So hopefully give themselves a fighting chance against this Centaur. Probably a Centaur Tusk lane.
I did see an Ursa get played the other day by Moons.
Yeah,
That could be an option.
Ursa would be good. They play
That's
it.
kind of tough to deal with in lane as a Centaur.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying.
No, they go for the Murta. Interesting.
That's a very interesting draft.
Yeah, that's a double range lane, I guess.
I think I'm a bit worried.
Ursa
Like
against
they've got Spirit Breaker that can go in, but they don't really have anyone that can sort of man up and fight like the Centaur. Centaur has a good game, gets good items. He pretty much can just stand in the line of everything, right?
Yeah.
Which can be really tough.
Unless it's a Murta mid.
Possible.
Or something else, something odd. Maybe it could be Pugna mid and POS 4 Murta.
If Moons of Mene has million number of fans, take
so many
my
flex
energy
heroes
to
these days.
gang,
It's
gang.
super hard to tell.
Yeah, Morphling. Interesting.
Okay, so it looks like it's a pretty standard draft from Turbo Timmy's. Looks like they've picked 4 and 5, 3, Morphling as 1, and then waiting on their mid.
Let's go Turbo. At a Lydian King.
So it looks fairly standard. They've got a lot of potential in lanes, especially with that Nature's Prophet TPing. I think that's what's going to give them that little bit of an edge.
Yeah, no, the Morphling, some good spells to steal this game for sure, for Morphling.
Usually when you pick a Morph, you'd want to ban out an Ancient Apparition here, but not too sure
Well,
if
if
that's
they've
something
already
that...
picked their supports.
True. But I mean, well, that's true, but on Moon's side, it can be anything, right? The team looks so flexible in a lot of positions.
It also, yeah, it really depends on the players. Guess we just don't know for the moment. OD ban. And a Wind Ranger ban. One final ban from Moons of Mene.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Blogic just followed.
Thank you for following, Blogic. Queen of Pain ban. So, Moons of Mene maybe look to pick a melee mid.
Let's fucking go Turbo Timmy
10
eyes.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
No
Lot-
worries for the follow king.
I think Void Spirit's still.
Lone Druid, final ban. Turbo Timmys. Now Turbo Timmys get a pick. Get their last pick. And Moons of Mene after that. So let's see what happens.
6/7 bans for Zendikak.
10 seconds remaining.
6 out of 7 bans for Zendi.
Remaining.
Drink for milk. And a tiny pick from Turbo Timmys.
Hi, 4K player here who reported Vitalize. Vitalize was our position 1 faceless void. Stop.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's not even vitalized. It's slasher. Vitalize. Okay, last pick from Moons of Mene. It's so quiet without music. Can I at least have the RuneScape? Can I have it quiet? Is that alright? Do you mind?
Choose your hero.
I'm gonna turn it on and have it quiet.
Remaining.
I guess both teams have kind of interesting drafts.
Yeah.
But Timmy's have a lot of that one shot, pretty much annihilate a hero off the map kind of potential.
Yeah.
Especially with Tiny, if he can get a good game, along with Tuska's punch. But Moons of Mene set up for a good team fight, which can be kind of deadly if you get caught in Puck's ulti.
Oh yeah, sorry, I missed the last pick. Yeah. Which draft do you favor, do you think?
Um,
I like
honestly,
Turbo Timmy's, to be honest.
I mean, if they can get a good start and get early pickoffs, and I mean, is Tiny mid? Is that who's mid?
Zendi.
Zendi, is that him?
Wife's birthday to watch Turbo Timmy's win.
Either way, if it is Tiny mid and he can hit sort of his timings in terms of Blink, Dagger, and what's that new item that people get, Phylactery, these days?
Yeah,
it can be really troublesome for Moons of Mene, because it can pretty much take off like 2 or 3 of their heroes, considering they have like low HP sort of int heroes. So I mean, very favorable, but I mean, likewise with Moons of Mene, if Puck gets a good head start, rotates lanes, drops Dream Coil, could be interesting there.
Turbo Timmy's, then I am against the world.
Alright, Nature's Prophets TPing straight mid to place an obs.
Thanks for the support, boys. Less than 3.
Keep it PMA, keep it DS.
The Turbo Timmy's smoking out to the Radiant Jungle here. They're looking a bit split. Moons of Mene are more tightly packed together, sitting on their triangle on the high ground. Turbo Timmy's bit hesitant to walk uphill without vision, without seeing anyone. They do see Jakino mid on the Jakiro. And they're drawing on the map, yeah, so they seem figuring that they're most likely top, which they are. And
Morph doesn't want to be near a level 1 engagement.
yes, Morphling's not the best level 1 hero, is he? Yeah, both teams just playing it safe. Turbo Timmy's just slowly advancing up here, cautiously. Now placing a nice obs there. Probably would have liked to see it a bit further down. So it has a bit more vision, but that's decent enough forward. Dual Breath used on Nature's Prophets. A small little engagement here. 2 bounties for the Moons and 1 bounty for the Timmy's. Going to get the other one now. Both teams have placed a obs mid. Timmy's has this one in the the Radiant jungle. And Moons have placed one up here in the safe lane here, just next to the tower. So, what do you think these lanes are going to go stranded? Tiny versus Puck mid.
I mean, Elgi sort of has the upper advantage being a ranged hero mid. You can kind of prod Tiny quite a bit, which is kind of nice, but I mean,
Tiny does have a lot of damage.
Yeah, if he can keep the lane in his favor, should be easy enough to take last hits.
Jakino getting a bit low here, trading with Alcatraz on the natures here. Bottom lane.
I definitely think it's going to come down to which mid enables the game more, in my personal opinion, because like they both have good skills. If one can get their item timings, it could really sway how each fight goes.
Yeah. So it's a +4 natures. Laning with his centaur. And +5 Tusk, who's actually doing ice shards here on the Ilstaria. Pugna. Being a bit low.
This would be a perfect advantage for NP to get his level 2 quickly and, you know, TP top, get a few picks, especially on the Pugna being so low.
Charge top on the Morphling. Trying to get a couple bashes, he gets one. Now hitting Tusk. Yeah, nothing too crazy happening so far, just both teams playing it safe. No one getting caught or anything.
Kind of cool. They have a similar draft with like NP being able to move around the map, along with SB being able to move around the map as well.
Yeah.
So I guess if you can enable each one properly, it can really turn the tide of each games. And I mean, using the twin gates now these days is such a big option in fights. So if you can get a good twin gate rotation, yeah, you can really take some early ganks in your favor.
Yeah. Puck sneaking a bountier in there. In the Dire jungle. Last hit's looking pretty even on both sides, surprisingly. Because both teams, you know, it's a tiebreaker.
9 denies on Tiny.
No, 10 denies on Tiny though. And the first blood, top lane. Wegsy manages to kill that +5 Tusk. And Nature's now TP's in. Hopefully help get a return kill here. Pog, indeed. Getting some damage on this Pugna, but probably not going to go down. Wegsy turning around and just charging that Nature's. First hit bash. Tiny gets the water rune bottom.
I do like that rotation from NP, but I think it's just a little bit too late.
Yeah.
He's kind of left his carry bottom to.
He's
Oh,
plus
actually no,
3.
sorry. Oh, sorry. He's the boss 4.
Yeah.
I mean, then it's not too bad, but in saying that, an earlier gank from NP would have been nice. I'd assume someone's gonna pick up a vessel here for this morph.
Morphling, yeah. Who's the vessel buyer? Probably the Spirit Breaker?
Maybe.
Or even the Puck. You don't see Spirit Breaker getting vessel much these days. I'm not sure that they're gonna have one. I don't think any of their heroes really want to buy a vessel. Unless Jakiro gets it. A late one. Oh, Alcatraz being a bit too aggressive there at the tier 1.
Just overstepped and
Yeah.
bit of miscommunication there. He was up in front and Centaur was trying to pull the wave back.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Man, NP is such an annoying hero. This meta. It's
Yeah.
just- when you think you get away, he just pops up. You're like, all right, you're dead. I'm
Mm.
gonna trap you. It's just,
Yeah, you'll have to buy Quelling Blades and
It's
4
so
stars.
annoying.
Yeah.
yeah.
The hero does have its downsides though.
It does. I feel like it's especially in the core position, but I mean also in a support. You really want to be on top of your items. Otherwise, you can fall behind, and then it makes kind of like less impact than it should. It's really dependent on how you can snowball with it. If you can get early picks, be involved with a lot of assisting ganks, get your early items, it's really good.
Mm.
So it looks like he's opting for a straight up Orchid, which is quite nice as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, it means he's gonna take a bit of time to farm that.
I have seen that build, and it seems to work pretty well. And Wegsy going down here, top lane, just to Morphling and Tusk. They don't even need the Nature's Prophet. Ilshdaya. Maybe going to sap XP for a bit. The Wegsy gets back. Puck getting some nice stacks here in the jungle. Got his raindrops. Sending magic stick, magic wand.
Been pretty stationary mid at the moment. Puck's got her ulti and kind of just sitting there farming.
Yeah, just pretty low mana. Can't really. Yeah, like to see sending some regen over. Maybe a smoke.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe go gank. Okay, Tiny gets the power in top. Amplify damage.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
DD.
Yeah. His phase boots are on the way. So maybe we'll see some rotations happening shortly.
I think one of his biggest timings will be his blink dagger.
Yeah.
That will really, dictate a lot of the pace of their team. Because considering how quick Tiny can just blow up a hero and just, it can be really annoying.
Yeah, he's actually got a Echo Saber queued up.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Oh, Nature's Prophet going down bottom for the Muerta and the Chikiro. Muerta ultimate used.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Centaur alt used top. Going on Wegsy. 3v1. Nature's TP's in. Looks like the fighting. Oh no, the fighting's still going on. Puck is here. Foil used. Nether Blast on the Tusk there. Finishing him off. Now Dual Breath on the Tiny. And oh, Alcatraz. Getting a bit dangerous there. Nice path. Yeah, it looks like. No, Tiny turns around. One hit on Nature's. But Puck diving a bit here. No, Puck goes down and so does Nature's. And Avalanche in the river on Jakino. Like he's gonna go down too. Alright. That's really unfortunate for Puck. Just really wanted that heal on Nature's Prophet and gave his life for it to Morphling.
Yeah, good early rotations there, but
Yeah.
I mean, yet they're still farming, which is nice. That's already a good start for Moons. I guess it's just have to keep it up.
Yeah. I'll just quickly enable my zooming. Photo camera, disable zoom.
At Beam Yao, no one cares. You said he still won, get over it.
Oh, Nature's Prophet, getting close to that 1200 gold for the cornucopia. Just pushing bottom now with the team. Got some vision up on the cliff here. Tiny is doing some shenanigans down here. Trying to find someone, but doesn't find anyone. But that's okay. They're just taking the tower. And first tower of the game, gonna go to Turbo Timmy's.
Vitalize would morph into Muerta, Puck, Pugna Gigachild.
So it looks like there was a vessel built on Wegsy on SB.
Ah, yes. So they did go for the no vessel in the
The
quick buy
scariest
though.
moment in my time with Turbo Timmy's was during our practices.
I mean, as long as you've got an urn queued up, it's still quite good.
Yeah. Charge onto Tiny here. Akira ult, Spirit Breaker ult. Only half his HP though. Foil break. He's still quarter HP. He's survived. And now the turnaround. The nice toss into the stomp. Tusk does go down to the Puck. And okay, 3 dead on Turbo Timmy's actually. And now Nature's Prophet probably going to go down too. That looked good, but
Tiny Airlines, baby.
yeah, the Tiny Airlines, something went wrong.
It definitely it was looking in Moon's favor, then it went to Turbo Timmy's, then went back into Moon's favor just then.
Yeah,
But yeah, you could see how hard it was to take down that Tiny. He stood
yeah,
had
he's
like
still
4
alive.
HP.
Oh, no, did he die? No, he didn't die.
He didn't die. No, he
Morphling
didn't.
died,
He just
Centaur died, and Tusk died, but Tiny
Yeah.
did not.
managed to
Interesting.
tank a lot of the spells and then walk away.
Yeah. You guys okay with the quiet
Morph
RuneScape
just
music?
waveformed in and died to Decrep plus Mortality.
Morphling waveformed in and died to Decrepify plus Murta ulti. Oh. It's, bit of a yikes.
One thing I like about Morph is if you can farm quite well and get your initial couple items,
Can you
he hits
change
like a
to
truck
network?
after. I think Vitalize needs to just sort of be disengaging with these fights, let his team take care of the map control, and then
Yeah.
and I mean like he in terms of map control, I mean use the twin gates, you know, push out lanes and just kind of stay away from fights until he's got that Manta up, until he's got that Phylactery, if he does build Phylactery, which is kind of the go-to at the moment. Yeah, and just get a couple of those key items. The big one would be Manta. and then maybe joining a fight, you know, with that little bit of a power spike. But definitely doesn't need to be going into these fights just yet, especially being so low.
SB isn't building the full vessel. Just stopped a turn.
And considering you got an SB now that's kind of around the map, the last thing you want is to get caught, you know, with SB charging at you in lane.
Yeah. Like he's not going for the full vessel, getting into the Mage Slayer now.
Gameplay decision.
Charge now on the Natures, the tier 2. Cure ult, dual breath, Tiebreaker ult, and that's dead Nature's Prophet.
That's actually quite a good combo. With the Jakira's ulti and then SB bashing it back into the ulti.
Yeah, we saw that before on Tiny.
Yeah.
Now a charge. Just charging the mid creeps.
Yeah, Moons and Mene have really good map control at the moment. They're able to pressure a lot of the lanes considering SB has charge.
Yep, fight happening mid. Oh! Both pulse 3s going down to each other. Oh, nice ice shards usage there. Probably not going to be enough to save him though. And Puck dies to Tiny. Got his combo off. Oh, it's the second time Puck's died. Still 0 deaths for Tiny. The net worth graph, about 2k in favour of Means of Mene. 70% win, apparently. Oh,
it was fight. I was going to say Tiny has his Blink up and running, which is quite nice.
Yeah, he actually skipped the Echo Saber, the blink, and now he's going back with the Echo Saber. Yeah, Nature's just died in the jungle there. Now there's a huge team fight happening here. Charge in onto Puck. Puck dies again. And Murta ult used, so Moons of Mene having to back off. A crazy dive though onto the Morphling, Vitalize. But looks like Wegsy gets away with it and just runs away. I might just turn this music off, it's actually annoying me now too.
LMFAO.
Orchid finished on Nature's Prophet. Still there, stranded?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Much easier to execute draft for them.
Bro, what were you saying?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. But it's a 70% win probability for Moons of Mene, even though they're just 1k ahead.
Can you just check the levels quickly?
Hero level?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks pretty similar.
Pretty similar.
Yeah. I guess it's just the draft.
Yeah, obviously the client's favoring their draft, and I mean, it's working so far. I think this Tiny needs to be a little bit more sort of on the map.
Oh, first Orchid usage on Pugna. Husk does go down beforehand. And now Nature's dies in return. Yukiro going to die as well. And now it's a 2v1 with the Puck, but the Puck orbs out. But Tiny finding a nice juicy Puck here. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a 1-5 the BKB. Nature's TPing in. The Watcher here. Doesn't see the Murta, but
Juicy pucka ha ha ha.
Manta now finished on Morphling. And Spiritbreaker going for the Shadow Blade now, but does have a vessel queued up afterwards. Yukino there getting caught in the river. And now Nature's. Oh, a fight happening here. Everyone casting all their spells. Morphling goes down.
Yeah, that was a nice turn by Mene. They caught Morphling in Puck's ulti, which really made it tough fight.
Yes, and the calling as well. In the river.
But yeah, that's definitely the fights they need to be taking. Like I said, a lot of the fights can be dictated with how Puck ultis. If she can catch Morph in it, it's kind of tiresome
They
for
need
them.
to fight around Blink Heroes, not Disjointed Smile.
Not so caught though. Hanging around too long bottom lane. And now Pugner gonna go down to mega kill for Tiny. Got his Echo Saber going for the Ags. Prophet going for a Mage Slayer now.
I think this Tiny can really devastate the game if you can get some good picks on maybe a Jakira or
That's a lot
Pugna
of beef
or even the
surrounding
Murta
Pugna.
very early in fights, along with NP. You could really upset most fights Mene take.
Cool. Wisdom Rune fight. And a nice win for Nature's. Happy little mushroom hat. Got a nice beard there. I don't know if that's part of the mushroom set. Nature's farming an ancient stack. Very defensive warding from Turbo Timmy's. Actually doubled up their vision here a bit in the mid lane. River.
This will probably be a perfect game for Centaur to build into like a pipe to enable his team.
Yeah, I do think a pipe would be good this game. It's actually getting a BKB. Very decent, you know. Like the pipe's good, but does it really...
Even Shroud is good as well, but it's a very... I feel like Shroud and BKB is very... like it's a very greedy item in terms of like you are buying it for yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, not many people are buying pipes these days, or not in my games.
It is quite expensive.
Yeah.
Pipe.
A lot of people are favoring the Mage Slayer, to be honest, because you still
Yeah.
get 25% magic resist.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
you're
kind of the way to
making
go.
them do less damage to begin with. So yeah, the Mage Slayer, definitely the item of the patch. Moons of Mene smoked mid, looking to find. It's like they're looking to go into the dire jungle and maybe place some vision, maybe get a kill, look for someone.
They can catch this Morph. That'd
Yeah,
be a really
Morphling
nice
is
pick.
here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get him. He probably just wave bombs the high ground here. Oh, actually, no, they do get him. Very nice from Runes of Mene.
So that's an awesome pick from them.
Yeah.
And that's what one thing I was saying, being so, like, being able to be on the map as SP, you really don't want to get caught out as a Morph, because if you get caught in that stun along with Puck's ulti, it's kind of death.
Yeah, Morphling actually going for BKB now.
Interesting. I would have opted for a Lincoln Sphere, but yeah, why not?
The scariest moment in my time with Turbo Timmy's was during our practices, when Vitalize would walk around with a machete and talk about how he always wanted to see what the inside of a human looked like. He said he had experimented on animals before and he wanted to go for the real thing.
And this Twitch chat, man. I hope you guys are having fun. In Twitch chat.
Can confirm smile.
Alright, so Timmy's warding the high ground here. An obs by Moon's pretty close by. Tusk is smoked though. We're looking to find someone here. Nearly just about has his Glimmer Cape now, and let's have a look at the win probability. So still 70% for Moons of Mene. We are going for Roshan now. Tiebreaker nearly finished his vessel after that Shadow Blade. Turbo Timmy's just taking the opportunity to shove lanes, get some items. And Sensei does have the pipe queued up now, and with his BKB recipe on the way. And Roshan, first Roshan of the game, goes to Moons of Mene, 25-50. Charge mid onto Tusk. There is some detection there at the Sentry Ward, but not sure they're going to be able to get him there. Tiny getting charged bottom. Oh no, Tiny, is this going to be your first death of the game? I think it is. Yep. Playing a bit too greedy there. Running lanes.
Look how tanky that hero is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough game with an SB on the map. You really don't want to be caught out anywhere. Especially if you have no defensive items to get out of that stun, you're just dead.
Yeah. Would you rather have a Nature's or a Spirit Breaker on your team? I think it's a Spirit Breaker, to be honest.
I mean, like I said, Nature's is kind of like sort of like a one-trick pony. You gotta be in front and you gotta be making those rotations pretty proactively, as opposed to like defensively if someone just comes into your lane. And it looks like it's Spirit Breaker's actually making the more proactive ganks at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is working really well for Moons of Mene, and
We've had issues
I mean,
with Sendy at
I would have
previous
hoped
events.
NP and
Some
Tiny
people
would
lobbied to
be
bring him back
somewhat
for Phoenix
proactive on the
League,
map, considering
feeling
you
that
have
he
that
deserved
burst
another
damage with the
chance.
silence. You
That
can
was a
take
mistake.
out
Sendy
someone
is an
quite
ass,
quickly, but
and we won't be
it
working
doesn't
with
look like
him
they're doing
again.
that, and I think that might be because of that early Aegis, so they're a bit sort of tucked away in their side of the map, just farming, as opposed to being, you know, pushing out lanes and stuff like that. So they've already seen how good SB is on the map. You know, if you're caught out anywhere, you're dead. So, but in saying that, that's kind of not the way that they want to be. They probably in their head wanted to be playing with their, you know, hero choice. But Moons of Mene are definitely executing it a lot better. Yeah, you can see how quick Wegs is in lane, like ready to like charge someone that's out of place.
Toro has his Cloak of Flames. Nice item. Nice neutral item.
That may have been a mistake.
Grove Bow on Murta. And looking to get put his Dragon Lance, going for the Hurricane Pike next. Yeah, this Murta definitely looking more useful in the Morpling this game. We've hoped to see some nice Bell Steel usage from Morpling, but seems to be dying. before he's able to do anything. Does have the BKB now, going for the defusal. Maybe we'll see something.
Kind of a bit of a late defusal in this aspect. There's probably better items you can get.
Yeah.
I definitely see Electory as a big morph item lately. I don't know if you've seen it in your games.
Isn't it a bit late for Phylactery? I thought it's more of a tempo item, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely can be, but I do see people picking it up after like the Manta and stuff like that. You kind of want that first defensive item. But yeah, I don't know how much Diffusal's kind of going to help him here in that instance as well.
Well, maybe if you waveform onto someone Manta, you burn their mana, maybe that helps you win the fight.
Morph going Disperser, just so he has extra dispels.
Oh, yes, going for the Disperser actually. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you forget that it builds into Disperser now. That's
Yeah, I actually haven't had an opportunity to buy it myself. Yet. I haven't played the heroes that buy it yet.
But the condo with the burst.
Oh, nice initiation onto the Myrta there. Fight happening in the river here. Jakira goes down. Aegis pops. Pugna very low. Sucking off the Nature's though. And Nature's going down in the river. Dream Coil used on the Morphling. Morphs the Spirit Breaker. Little fight happening here. Holy shit. 2 charges at once. Who's charging who? I don't know what the hell's going on. Tiny is here though. Looks like he's going to go down. So, a win for Moons of Mene then.
Yeah, that fight was really split, but I mean, Moons of Mene had the Aegis, so it was kind of, you know, null and void once he dropped everything on Muerta just to kill her, and then she comes back alive. So yeah. I mean, it looks like a fight won by Moons of Mene taking out Tiny, which is a big kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely see the power of Timmy's turbos. Yeah, you don't want to get caught out like that. If they do that again with no Aegis, that fight goes completely different for Moons.
Yeah. H-Lord in Dota TV saying froggies. Alright, smoke from Moons of Mene. 75% win probability now. They are 8,000 gold ahead.
Also, the later it goes, the more wild the game will be, which is entertaining for us. Smile.
Considering the network game, it's still like a fairly close game.
Yeah.
Because you could see they just needed to take out that Muerta and fights just go completely different.
Yeah, it can definitely go either way. No racks taken. Alright, here it is. Tusk down.
Honestly, I really
Pugna
thought
down.
that's what a free reign on this game.
Oh no, don't have Morph.
Morphling, no! And the Centaur blinks into the Ice Path and the Nature's dies too! Triple kill for Wegsy.
And Tiny walks out with full HP and mana.
If Wexy has 1 million fans,
Okay.
then I am one of them. If Wexy has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If Wexy has only 1 fan, then that is me. If Wexy has no fans, then that means I am no longer. If it is good here on the moon.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
So, what actually happened that fight? I heard the Centaur ult and then all of a sudden everyone's in there. I'm not sure who got gone on first.
So everybody went in at once and then morphed into Centaur and then morphed into SB and ran in as well. And then Wave formed a little bit too far and chased them down to Pugna because he was low HP. But then the teams got separated. So Morph was chasing Pugna at the back line and then running around like less than half HP, whilst the others were fighting on the other side. And then pretty much three heroes of Mooners or Mene just focused on running down the Morphling.
Acer in top. Ilstaya, just gonna walk past it, leave it for Elegi.
But that blink into ice path feels bad. that just feels so bad.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
Like, oh, I'm coming to save you. Sorry, I'm stunned. Looks like they're taking a substantial lead on Mene now. I don't think they're gonna let up here.
Yeah, 15,000 gold now. 84% win probability. Nice deep wards from Mene. And Turbo Timmy's doubling up their cliff wards here. Just had it for the fight. Zendi going for the BKB now. And H is also going for the BKB, so they're going to have 4 BKBs at some point. And second Roshan. He goes to Mene again.
Yeah, I don't think this is a Aegis they can contest on Timmy's.
Yeah.
Well, someone get the cheese. Give it to him. Australia.
Ilstaya.
Visibility.
Fight finished now on Centaur. Hopefully going to help. Though Chikiri will have his Aegis shortly. We'll make that into pure damage, I believe. Yes. She's on the Pugna, who has a Guardian Greaves now. And okay, here we are, the high ground push. Using Majolnir on the melee creep. That instantly dies.
I think this is a perfect time for Mene. They've hit a lot of their good item timings. Having the Greaves on Pugna and having the Aegis. This would probably be the time to maybe try and get a high ground push with Yeta.
Lam, Islam, Willy, Lam, support, Lam, Turbo, Lam, Timmy, pansexual pride.
I'm a little concerned though about the tiny airlines. If they manage to toss someone into the tier 4 or something, could be. Oh, alright. Well, nature just dies there.
Oh man, what was he doing?
Spam Lam, Islam, Willy, Lam, support, Lam, Turbo, Lam, Timmy, pansexual pride.
Alright. Oh, yeah, there's the Ags, Akira ult.
Oh, they're getting absolutely bursted from the back from Yeta.
Yeah, high back from Tiny. Where is he? Okay. Interesting.
They've got Mene has a lot of sustaining fights, especially standing in that Jakira ulti.
Yeah, that was a good Jakira ult. And Tiny now does not have much gold. So that BKB, he may not even get it this game. Or Asma on Puck.
Timmy's definitely haven't executed their draft. Probably how they wanted it to go.
Yeah, I think the early game rotations maybe just didn't happen. Like you'd want to see Tusk snowballing in, Tiny blinking on people, comboing people. Centaur ulting and Nature's TPing in, but just didn't seem to happen.
And that's what I thought would happen. There's a lot of missed opportunities because you had it wasn't an early blink on Tiny, but I mean, you have a blink on Tiny, you should be a lot more active on the map trying to pick off like these smaller picks that you can pretty much burst down straight away with an NP. You know, as opposed to just farming. I mean, NP had an Orchid as well, but yeah, you kind of let all these small picks slide the longer the game goes, and yeah, Moons of Mene just had better execution in fights. So you know, over 2 or 3 fights, they're now ahead.
If you look at it though, the 5v5 team fight. Report kill for Mercer. Yeah, I was saying, if you think about it though, if you look at all the heroes and just think about 5v5, every hero casts their spells. I think Moons of Mene just probably have the better team fight draft.
I mean, they do in a sense of a 5v5, but I mean, if you're picking the heroes on Timmy's, I don't think you'd be opting for that type of fight, right? You'd be trying to split up the map a lot more. You'd be trying to get the picks with Tiny and just bursting someone down, right?
Yeah.
You'd be trying to make each fight sort of, you know, uneven from the get-go, but I don't think they have enough damage output anymore. I think Moons of Mene, they've got their items, they've hit their timings, they're a lot more fed, they've got more gold, so it's kind of, yeah, they're not really doing much anymore to them. This is kind of just winding down now. They're just pushing in the lanes, controlling the map more. They've got all the farm, exceed at 33k ahead.
Yeah. Not like this.
I think they just got outplayed. So SB came online, he made good rotations, good stuns, they got good picks on that morph in that jungle. Definitely made a difference. Yeah, good point from Killerari, what you were saying, but yeah, it's like tiny food. It's true.
Yeah.
Like there's so many early easy picks in terms of the Kiro and the Pugna, where it's like you should just be able to quickly burst these heroes down and then be on your way again.
And GG is called.
Good best of 1 from Moons of Mene. They do play a solid game. Definitely when they get ahead, it's, yeah, they don't let up.
Alright, well done Moons of Mene. And I'm not sure what that means now for Turbo Timmies, if they're eliminated. I'm not sure.
I think
check.
I think there's someone else has a player best of 1 or something.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how their bracket goes because I've got a lot more players. If the last
Turbo
team's
Timmy's
eliminated,
fans,
I'm not too sure.
then I am one. It's a 3-way. Timmy still have a BO1.
Oh, Timmy still have a best of 1
Against Team
Solid. Okay.